Hi, everyone. Welcome to the NovaCare Complex, our weekly one-on-one with head coach Doug Pederson, presented by Wawa on Insider Dave Spadaro. And the Eagles coming off a tough loss in Minnesota. It's Dallas week. We got a lot of things going on here. Coach, how do you prioritize this week?
I sit here and look at us at 3-3. We're tied, first place in the NFC East with a chance to be first in the NFC East. So, everything's right in front of us, and we've got some things we got to clean up. We got to be a little more disciplined in all three phases in what we're doing, and so it starts with our practice on Wednesday and our preparation against a good football team who's also kind of in the same situation we are, who's lost a couple games here lately, and it's going to be a really good football game.
You never get too high, you never get too low. Is that coaching 101?
It is. In this business, your emotions can be all over the place. But the teams, and I think the ones that kind of keep their emotions in check, and obviously you got to take the good with the bad, and vice versa. And you just keep working. You just keep trying to get better each day. And our goal is still to go 1-0, each week, and that'll never change.
And yet the game in Minnesota was disappointing. Did not expect it to go that way. And boy, the way the team came back in the third quarter, you're sitting right there. You feel like the whole momentum's going, and then Minnesota puts it away. When you watch the film here, what did you take away from the game?
You take away a couple things. First one is just what you mentioned, the fact that we battled and the guys didn't quit. They played a full 60-minute game, great effort in that football game. So I credit the team for that. The second thing is there's enough little things that are getting us beat. Detail things, communication on defense, execution on offense. A mishap on a couple of special teams plays in the game. So, those are all things that are coachable, they're teachable, and we just got to get better. We got to, sort of slow it down, go back and really fine tune and go back and watch this tape with our players, make these corrections, be hard, hold each other accountable, just like, hold me accountable for some of the decisions that I've made. And we got to learn from it and move on and get better.
Obviously, you'd love to play with a lead. It makes a difference. The way this team plays with a lead is the way every team plays with a lead. Different thing. On Sunday, 24-3, you're down, boom, like that. And it changed the way you could play. And you get asked a lot. How do you change that?
Well, I look at it, and I look at the way we start. I've even looked at, maybe we take the ball to start the game and not defer. Put our offense out there, see if we can get our offense in a rhythm. Maybe we can get that quick touchdown early in the first quarter and play with the lead. And it's hard in this league when you get down 10-0, or in this case we're down 17-3, then 24-3. It's really hard. It does get you out of your game plan just a little bit, and you start doing some things. You start pressing a little bit. You're trying to find that big play. Where's that chunk play going to come from? And yet we were able to get us back into the game. I mean, we were back 24-20 and really thought we had some momentum with about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter there in the game Sunday. But I've looked at the way we've started games, and so maybe it's 2 minutes. Maybe we start no huddle. Maybe we start with the ball. There is no answer. But we've got to have that sense of urgency. And to me, it starts in practice, the way we start practice. It's got to start there. And so those are also things that I look at.
Doug, Andre Dillard played at left tackle quite a bit on Sunday. How did he play?
He played okay. I mean, he did play like a rookie. And now, listen, he's going against a tremendous defensive end there, number 97, Everson Griffith there for the Vikings. And he's a great player. And he did some good things. We're excited about Andre. He's going to get better the more he's out there. And so we'll see. We keep incorporating him during the week of practice. And the thing is with Andre, he's always ready to go. He's prepared mentally, and now we just got to get the physical part to take over.
What do you see from the wide receiver group as a whole?
As a whole, not bad. Can we be better? Yeah, we can be better. There were some route discipline, some details in routes. We gotta get a little bit stronger at the top of the route. We felt like maybe there were some penalties that could, but listen, that's football. That's the way it goes. We got to be better at the top of these routes. We got to create some separation, and then we got to catch the ball. We got to do a better job, catching the ball. But overall, pretty decent. And we were able to get behind the defense a couple times. We missed a couple of deep throws, so that's encouraging as well.
Let's kind of explain this to people, because I know how everybody out there feels about the Eagles' tough loss in Minnesota. A lot of criticism out there. The head coach, while you're saying very positive things, I know that deep inside, and your message to the team is, hey, we have to be better than the way we are playing. So the public image of Doug Pederson, is it different than what's happening behind closed doors in some ways? I mean, there's got to be some difference in how you approach it.
I'm not gonna air my laundry, in the media, and I'm not gonna go, and stand in front of the media in my press conferences or here and bash the football team. That's just not what we do. We got to keep encouraging. We got to keep working. In our meetings, we can make corrections. We can be firm, and we can be honest with our players. We're honest with ourselves as coaches, and we got to look at ourselves in the mirror first before we can make those decisions with our players. But yeah, we're gonna hold them accountable as well. They're the ones out there playing and executing the offense, defense, and the special teams plan. So, I'm presenting it's not as bad as what people may, the sky's not falling. I mean, it's really close. We're only 6 games into this season with a chance to be first place in the NFC East. And last time I checked, if you end up first, you're in the postseason. So we got some good ball ahead of us.
And your level of confidence in this football team?
Is high. It's extremely high because we got great players. We got players that are coming back, from injury here, hopefully this week, next week. We should be, maybe by the bye week, maybe we're more back to full strength than when we started the season. But yeah, so I'm encouraged by that.
Injuries, you mentioned a group of players. Are there players you can mention right now who have a chance of coming back this week?
Well, Jalen Mills has been a guy that's been working extremely hard. We're going to get him some practice reps this week. We're going to see where he's at the end of the week, and if he's able to play in this football game, I think that's a positive for our defense. We get Ronald Darby possibly back this week, and we're going to integrate him back into practice this week. So, we're starting to get these guys healthy and getting them back out there, and that's what we got to have. We got to get everybody on board. We got to get our players healthy, and we're getting close.
When people watch these games on television or in person, they see a big play made. The cornerbacks are the ones who are literally out there on the island, and they're the ones who, I give Rasul and Sidney credit. They stood up to the media on Sunday. They answered the questions. How do you handle young players who are going through some up and down times?
Well, you just got to keep encouraging them, and you got to keep putting them out there. And sometimes, I know you can just, people want to say, hey, let's go make a change. Let's go get corner X or corner Y or corner Z to bring. It just doesn't work that way in our league. I mean, you got to give stuff up to get a player, and it's probably easier said than done. But we got to keep encouraging. We got to keep putting our players out there. We got to keep correcting them. And we got to keep giving them confidence, and that's the biggest thing. And the more confidence they get and have, then the better they're going to play. And they're still young. You got to realize these are third year, fourth year players that are still kind of learning this game just a little bit and how they fit into the scheme and understanding their strengths and weaknesses. So we got to stay positive with them, and we got to keep coaching them.
End of the first half on Sunday, Jake Elliott becomes a passer. Looking at the film, Minnesota just kind of saw it, sniffed it out, and covered it?
Well, they saw the direct snap to Jake, obviously. When you go back and look at the previous field goal, they gave us the same look we thought in practice that they were going to get after watching them during the week. And so the second time down, we said, you know what, if it's there, let's go ahead and take advantage of it. And they gave us the same look, and it was the look to do the fake. And the number 41, the safety, was right there. He did sniff it out and was able to cover Dallas. And just unfortunate, but a good play by the Vikings.
First place in the NFC East on the line Sunday in Dallas. What are the Cowboys? What's happening with that football team? 3-0. Everybody talking about them like they're the best team in the league, and they lose 3 straight games. Another illustration of how crazy this NFL is. What's happening with the Dallas Cowboys?
And I'm not concerned with the Dallas Cowboys as much as I am for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got our own concerns and things we got to fix. But I know they've had some injury on offense. The 2 tackles, the wide receiver now is injured. But, this is still a good football team. It's a tremendous defense. We understand that. Zeke Elliott, still their running back, and he's a powerful, we've had issues with him, trying to get him on the ground. Still a good football team, and then they're kind of in the same situation we are, and so they're going to come out with their best effort as like us, and we're on the road again. We're in Dallas, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a great atmosphere, great stage for our players, and I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah, should be a great one. Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday night. Let's beat the Cowboys and get to first place in the NFC East, and then just get on a roll. That's what you want to do, right?
We want to know.
Head coach Doug Pederson, our weekly one-on-one presented by Wawa. Thanks for joining us.